Hello, good morning. Sound is okay. Welcome everyone. It's Sunday morning here and our local time is 5:29 a.m., which is the UK time. Once again, it's really my pleasure to conduct this live stream. As you might be aware, all the subscribers' lessons are limited, controlled by the Hello Authority. If anyone wants to join, you are more than welcome. What you have to do, you have to click on the sign up button at the bottom, which will take you to the payment page, and it will ask how many months you like to subscribe to this teacher. Basically, it is $10 for the whole month's lesson, and there would be 8 1-hourly sessions. Okay, which means every week you're going to get 2 1-hourly lessons from the teacher. Hi, everyone, welcome. So, dear viewers, once again, thanks for joining. And you're watching the live stream from England, and our local time is once again 5:30. Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing today? I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. Before we start the lesson, do you remember what we are discussing yesterday? And after that, we are explaining how to make it a negative sentence and interrogative sentence, right? I think we couldn't complete it. Okay, we'll go on from there. So welcome and thank you very much for joining. Honestly, yesterday at the beginning of the lesson, I had a little bit problem. I couldn't start from my laptop for some reason. So I started from my mobile, and after 1 minute, I stopped in my mobile and started in laptop. But it was okay. You joined at the last moment. I remember that. Okay, so shall we continue today the past perfect, how to make negatives so that it is clear for you? Or do you have anything on your mind? We can discuss it first. Okay, sure. All right, so dear viewers, welcome. Some people are watching silently as you do, as usual. So let me share the page. Okay, past tense basically, okay. If there is was and were after subject, okay, we're going to give examples so that it will be easier for you and for our viewers. Like there is an example of not, like I was there. Okay, one. I'm sure you know that we use was after I and third person singular number in past tense. I was, similarly he was, he, or she, or it, or teacher, or student, or say one, or me, etc. We use was. Can you please make a sentence with was other than this, whatever we have shown it here? Very good sentence. I was in the scene. Did you say in the scene or at the scene? at the scene. When police came. When the police came, yeah? When the police came yesterday. Amazing sentence. Okay, so it's simple. When you like to make it negative, just bring not after was. I was not at the scene. Or sometimes you can contract in your conversation. Was not, or maybe wasn't. Right? Okay. Can you please make a subject with plural like with where? Mm-hmm. They were. They're not feeling well. Yeah. Hmm. Because of the poisonous food. That's enough. But okay, I'm going to amend the second sentence because of the poisonous food or food poisoning. Poisonous food, or you can say food poison because of the food poisoning. Okay, you have said just now another word. They're not feeling well because you said they have taken poisonous food. Okay, look at this part of the sentence. They have taken. They had. Yeah, right. That's what I was expecting from you. They had taken poisonous food. Correct. Remember that if there are two actions in the past, generally one should be past simple or indefinite. The other should be either past perfect or past continuous. Okay? But if you remember in American grammar, they said that it's quite possible that two past action can happen at the same time. If you give you the example, it will make it clear. Like the phone rang when I ate. But in British grammar, we don't use these expressions. Okay, one. Hi, Prodigy. Thank you very much for your donation. That's really lovely. Okay. I'll explain you why we don't consider it to be correct. So in British grammar, there are two past actions. One past action should be past simple or indefinite. Yeah. Second past action. Okay. Let's say it is first past action. Yeah. Second action. In British grammar, we have to use either past continuous or past perfect. Okay, this is the basic difference of the British and American grammar in this context, using past tense. But it is possible. You can see when you were, when you were eating, your mobile rang suddenly. Someone was trying to call you, right? Or you can say when I was eating, as watching TV, because sometimes we could eat and watch TV same time. But we avoid generally because sometimes it may make confusions to the readers if you say or make sentence like this. So in order to make complete sense, this sentence, the phone rang when I was eating. Okay, remember that the phone rang when I ate is also possible in conversational in spoken English, but as when it's a matter of grammar, it's better to use the correct grammar. Is it clear? Or you can say the phone rang when I had eaten. That is also possible. Or the phone was ringing when I had eaten. Quite a few ways. All right, so simply if you would like to make it negative, you bring a not after was not, were not. Okay. And go on.
It sounds a bit weird, but is it correct if we associate that the phone was ringing when I was eating, when two actions happen concurrently?
It's possible. Both are possible. Two past continuous at the same time. The phone was ringing when I was eating. So while I was driving, I was looking at the street. Both are possible. Okay. But generally, when you're writing something, we don't write like this, but that is possible. I remember that one once again, and all the viewers who are watching, there is always difference between the conversational English and written English. You got to be careful that many words we use in conversational English, which are never used in written English. Okay, so this is one of them, but you can still write it. Like the phone was ringing when I was eating. That is possible. I've seen this sentence in different places as well. Okay, now if you remember had, if you use had in past tense, there are two meanings. One is had as a possession, another is had as a helping verb. Like I had 2 cars and 1 bus last year. Or you can say I had 2 cats. Do you like animals? Pets? One? Like I had 2 kittens, for example, last year. So when you like to make it negative, simply did not have. If it is the meaning of possession, you are the owner of these things. Yeah. Can you please make one sentence with did not have? Or did? Hmm? Yeah, I know that. You have now 3 houses. Okay. And when had is used as a helping verb, you know the helping verb, yeah? There should be a main verb and had has been used. Like, I had learned guitar when I was child. Okay. In that case, we simply bring not after had, and that makes the full sentence. Is it clear, one, or do you need to give another example? Or could you please make a sentence so that I can get you?
I had not eaten the meal that you served yesterday.
Okay.
Not had eaten the meal that you served yesterday.
Okay. So I had eaten the meal you served. Okay, here is one redundancy, I should say. If you use yesterday, generally we use past simple or past indefinite because of the word yesterday, because you're limiting the time. So the best option would be I ate the meal yesterday. But in grammatical wise, this is correct too. Okay, so I had not eaten. That's good. I had not. Simply I had not. Great. Now, sometimes we use did in past tense in sentence. Okay, and when you have to make a negative, remember those simply didn't do. We bring didn't or didn't do. Like I did the job last week. So, as you see, I did not or I didn't do the job last week. She didn't do the job last week. Is it okay? One? Could you please make an example or a sentence?
We did.
Mm-hmm.
I did go to the cinema last week. I did go to the cinema last week. I didn't go to the cinema last week.
You didn't go to the cinema last week. Yes, that's great. One moment. Now, if there is words like any verb, we simply bring did not, okay, or didn't. Say, feel, come, look, any. There are thousands of verbs, as you know. You did not say, you did not feel, look, mark, make, get, take, fight, etc. Can you please make one sentence with each of these verb?
Oh, say. Uh, he he did say he did say that he is a good man.
Okay. Let
He
me
didn't say that. He didn't say that he is a good man.
let me write your sentence. He didn't say that.
He is a good man.
Okay. When somebody is bad, does the person always say, "Hey, I'm the bad man"? But when somebody is good, they said, "I'm the good man." Yeah, I'm a good man, not I'm the good man. I'm the best, or I'm good. Now, literally, uh, one this sentence has a problem.
He was
Yes, in grammar, because it is indirect speech.
indirect speech. So then we need to change it.
Yeah, the verb should be matching the verb of the before that and after that. Like because the first part, which is before that, is the past tense, so it should be past tense too.
I see. He
Okay,
didn't say that he was a good man.
like
Okay.
he said, if you want to make it in narrative speech or direct speech, it should be like this. He said, then apostrophe comma, I am a good man. Okay, or if you are making negative, then it comes like that. He didn't say that, but generally, if you are good man, you're saying it.
Mm, he said, oh, okay, okay.
He
In
did,
the second context, we are quoting what the man said. So that's why we can maintain, I am a good man. Am I right, sir?
no, this greatest rule about this indirect or or indirect or direct speech or narration, we call it sometime in grammar, that the verb should always follow the first part. You see, the first part is he said,
He said. Yes.
but
Mm.
accept the universal truth. We shouldn't change the verb in the second part. Like if I write, he said, uh, say, the sun rises in the east. Say east. Now, if you want to make it indirect speech, what would it be? One,
He said the sun rises in the east.
because it is universal truth. It doesn't change wherever you go.
Okay, got it.
Mhm. So he said that the sun rises in the east, because sun always rises in the east. It's a universal truth or fact, general
Mm.
fact that we have to believe that because we see it, the sun rises in the east. Okay.
Okay.
So let's move on. Any other question about this direct indirect speech? We'll take another lesson, another direct indirect speech, but that's just a basic rule, is that you have to remember the subject, the verb should be maintained in the rest of the part of the sentence. Like if it is present tense, it should be present. If it is a present tense, it may be present or future. For the present tense, the rule is different. If the first part of the you know uh, sentence is present tense, and the second part could be present or future. But if it is past, it must be past. Okay, and also if it is future, it must be future.
Mm.
Okay, make another sentence. Like you said, now fill.
Mm. Uh, I did not. I I did not feel good to attend the party yesterday. The party.
The part, I didn't feel good to attend the party yesterday.
Okay. I didn't feel good to attend the party yesterday.
Okay,
Uh, Teacher, right? But sometimes why uh, I am not feeling good. I do not feeling good. Which one is correct, sir?
we don't say I do not feeling good. I do not feel good.
I do not feel good. Okay.
Remember that if you are using feeling, we should use a verb before that. Okay, feeling here works like an adjective,
Mm.
or maybe you can say present continuous. Okay, I'm feeling, I'm not feeling good. Yeah, your sense, I'm not feeling well, actually not good.
Feeling well.
We don't say good. Feeling good, we say it. Well is an adverb, good is an adjective. But you said I don't feel good. Yeah, that's fine. I don't feel well, actually. Once again,
I don't feel well.
we don't say I don't feeling well. If somebody says that, that is incorrect.
I don't feeling well.
Okay, it is incorrect. Okay, here is another important matter in one. There are some verbs, we call them static verbs, that expresses our human state, our emotions. And with these verbs, generally we do not use ing. accept two situations. One of them is feel. Like, what are the human states? Like feel, touch, yeah, see,
Mm.
and then look. Then I'm trying to remember what else. Love. Um, Let me see. There are more stative verbs. Agree, believe. Yeah, hang on a second. I'm just writing. Yeah. Okay, give me one quick second. So stative verbs are those that are related to human emotional states. Like agree, we don't say I'm agreeing. Believe, we don't say I'm believing. Okay. So the
Mm.
greatest rule of this verb is that it generally doesn't take any ing except feel and see. Look at the other verbs like agree, believe, doubt, guess, imagine, know, mean, recognize, remember, suspect, think, understand, dislike, hate, like, love, prefer, want, wish, appear, be, feel, hear, look, see, sim, smell, taste. Okay?
Okay.
Generally, we don't use ing, but for the feel, the word we use ing, even in writing. Like, I'm not feeling well. Don't say good, use well. Good is an adjective, well is adverb. Adverb always explain how your situation is, subject situation. Okay, one.
Mm. Okay.
All right. So more or less, you can just make did not. Then I didn't look up the dictionary, and there was a test that okay. And your question was be
Be, been, being.
being. Okay. Do you know the meaning of be? Yeah? Be verb
Mm.
generally, but still it can be used as a be. Be verb is am, is, are, was, were. Any other be verb?
Mm. I think that's all.
There are a few others. Hang on a second.
Oh.
And being and being is also be verb. Okay.
Oh.
Luckily, this is also the part of be verb. Okay. So where uh, when did you get confused about using is it or making sentences?
Mm. Been. When do we use been? Been is for the past. For the present perfect. Only for the perfect. Am I right?
Be, been is present perfect. Oh, okay. Like we use very often. This is one of the common sentences. Uh, I have never been to New Zealand. Yeah, for example, New Zealand. And New Zealand, is it wrong spelling? Yeah? There is a, sorry. Like, have you ever been to London? Very often people say, have you ever been to
Mm.
London? Okay. These are the two common uses. And also you can say if you live somewhere, like I have been in this house for the last 10 years. For 10 years. That means you have lived there 10 years up to now. You can also say I have been living in this house for the 10 years. That's also correct.
Okay.
And we use been when it is passive voice. Remember passive voice? Active voice? One,
Yes. Yes.
active voice. In order to understand passive voice, we need to understand active voice. So, in active voice, when there is has, have, had, generally, we use after this when you're making passive been after that. Like, if I give an example, I have done the job. Done the job. So the job has been. Job is third person, so has been done by me. Even sometimes when it is passive voice, you will not find any direct subject. Like you're driving and suddenly found that it has been done. We said, hey, it has been done, but we don't know who has done it. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can say the beautiful bridge that has been built. The beautiful bridge has been built. Beautiful built. These are also passive voice. You can see that it has been done, or the beautiful bridge has been built. You said, oh, the beautiful bridge has been built. You don't know who is the person, who is the builder. So this is another use of been. Okay. And
Okay.
it can be also used, as I said, have, had, have been, had been, has been, had been in the past tense.
Okay.
Okay, clear. And the being is generally we use after, without. There are some other situation. And also in passive voice once again. Okay. One. Let us go to the passive voice first. So in passive voice, oops. So let's go to the passive voice first. In any active voice, when you see verb with ing, instead of ing, we use being. Like I am taking a class. Okay. One. So if you would
Okay.
like to make it a passive voice, you can say that a class is being. Now, because we use am after I, but a class is a third person singular number, we have to use is. A class is being, then we have to use the past participle form of the verb, taken by me. Is it clear?
Okay. Oh, all right.
So can you please give an example so that I can help you explaining this?
Mm,
Ing, verb with ing, but there should be a subject and object, direct object.
he is driving a car.
Very good.
Uh, so
That
the
is,
car is being driven by him.
yes, bravo. You see, now you
Mm,
understand now. He's driving a car. A car is being driven. Is it double B?
I think one
Oh yeah,
driven.
driven by him. Very good. Similarly, say you can say Jenny is making tea. Making a cup of tea. Yeah, we don't say making tea. Making a cup of tea. Now, can we make it a passive voice? A cup of tea. Yeah, would be the subject in this case.
A cup of tea is a cup of tea is being made by Jenny.
Yes, cup of tea is being. So this is another use. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes we use being at the beginning to make it your noun situation, like being a responsible citizen. We all, you should actually add, you should say, you should follow the rules. Okay. Being a responsible citizen, you should follow the rules. So that means you are a responsible citizen. This is kind of expressions. Okay. Being a teacher, being a professional person, being a responsible citizen, being a driver, being a student, being this, being that. We use being.
Why
Okay.
don't you use be?
If you would say be, then you're asking someone to be.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like an advice or maybe suggestion, like be a good listener.
Okay.
Okay, you're suggesting someone to be a good listener. Be, we call it sometimes imperative word. Yeah, be a good man, be a country lover, be a good politician, be a good teacher, be a good person, be an honest person.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so now we use without and after the we use being in negative sense, like without being a responsible citizen, like this one, responsible citizen. What you can do, that means if you don't want to be a responsible citizen, without being a responsible citizen,
Without being a responsible citizens,
yeah, what can you say?
without being, mm, he,
It's a very
you will not,
uh-huh. Go on, it's
you
very
will not,
complicated sentence, honestly.
you will not be respected by other people.
By the people, yeah,
By
you won't be, say, you won't be respected by the people. Okay. Remember that if you use noun, that should be coming after being, without being a responsible citizen is a noun. Okay, then you can say, if you like to use a verb, the verb should be in past participle form. Without being understood, we can't discuss this, discuss it publicly. So that means you're trying to read something, but you didn't understand. So you can start the sentence like without being understood or without being comprehended. We can't discuss it publicly, which means that you need to understand first if you would like to discuss something publicly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
uh, I, I forgot how can I use after and being. Okay, now let me give you a sentence. It's for you. Complete it.
Being a father, uh, you need to know how to um, divide how to manage your time wisely.
Okay, remember it is related to your fatherhood.
Mm. You need to know how to manage.
Yeah, being a responsible person, you need to know how to manage your time wisely. That's fine. But when it's related to the father, remember that it should be related to your family or children, especially your children, because you're directing the word father. That means you've got
You need,
children. That's why you're father now. Okay,
you need to know how to manage
children.
your love,
Yeah,
how to manage your children.
yeah, how to manage your children, or being a responsible father, you need to teach your children good education, good manners, good etiquettes. These are some of the words. Remember, uh, in English language, there are sometimes some word is there which will be related to the rest of the part. Okay, because this word father means this is related to obviously with your child or children if you have got more than one child.
So how to say this in English? Like dividing love. For example, maybe we have, for example, five children. So
Mhm.
sometimes we love the older more, we love the youngest less. So how to say is that we need to divide the love properly in a correct sentence. I
Okay,
don't know how to use to make that.
try to make a sentence being a father then.
Um, I would say like this: being a father, you need to know how to divide your love properly. But I don't think that is a correct sentence. That is a proper word.
Say it again. It looks like to me correct sentence. Being a father, you need to love.
Being a
You
father,
need to
you
know. Sorry, you need to know how to.
need to know how to how to divide your love properly to your children.
Rather than divide, say how to love them equally.
How to love them equally. Okay, okay.
Remember, sometimes some words are really important. We are not dividing the love. We are loving equally. You love. Being a father, you need to know how to love your children.
Yes,
Make it love
yes.
your children.
Sometimes that is also my problem. Not family. I think my problem is because I stuck with my own language. Sometimes we can say that in my language, but it is not the proper word in English. For example, I in my language we says that we eat medicine, but actually in English we says that we
Take medicine.
take medicine. Yes,
We don't eat
I'm stuck
medicine.
with
Yeah,
my
that's right. This is a wrong word. We eat food, we drink water, and we take medications or medicine. Yeah, it is not only in your language one. It is in many languages, even in my own mother tongue. When we say like this, it means that um, we eat medication. But that is only literally meaning. But in English grammar, it should we take medicine.
mm,
Okay, what I understand, you're trying to say this another word. Okay, I'm writing it here. Let me see. Do you know the word discriminate?
yes.
Being a father, you do not or you don't need to discriminate. Discriminate your children. What it means? It means that you love someone else more, someone else less. Okay,
Yeah.
against your children. You do not need to, or you don't need to discriminate against your children. So you have to love them equally. Okay,
Yes.
I think this is the word you're trying to say.
Correct. Correct.
Being a father, you do not need to discriminate against your children. So the word discriminate means when you are not treating everyone equally and fairly.
Yes.
Okay. And then you
Okay.
can say, being a father, you need to know how to love your children equally.
Okay.
But it is natural. In every family, you'll find that some parents do that. But in mother's eye, especially, in mother's eye, all children are equal.
Yeah.
And honestly, one mother is the and father is the only person who will love you unconditionally.
Yes. Yes. Agree with you.
Unconditional love. We call it sometimes in a metaphoric is heavenly love. Okay, though we have not seen heaven, but in like heavenly love. I asked this question in one of the live stream. Do you know the difference between love and like?
Mm, like, yes. Yes. Quite difficult to explain. Love is coming from heart. Like is what we like the most.
Hmm.
But sometimes it's quite similar. But maybe love is more deep from heart. Love is more meaningful.
Yeah, love is more emotional. You can say
Yes, yes. Love
unconditional,
is.
like motherly love, parental love, brotherly love, sisterly love. Okay, that's right. I've just brought the issue just to explain. Sometimes some words are easy but difficult to explain. Hello, Shiv. Thank you very much. Shiv has a question. Let me see. What is this question? I asked so many questions to you. So this is a small contribution from my side. Oh, thank you very much for your contribution, Shiv. That's awesome. And Prodigy also. Oh, so Shiv uh, donated. Is it $5?
0.5.
All right, okay, 50 cents. Thank you very much. But in my account, it's showing more than that. I don't know who has donated, blindly,
Oh,
or maybe it's a promotion. Hello has promotions very often. There was a time for promotion when students subscribe to me. I got $20 for every subscription. Like you are subscribing $10, then it become $20.
oh.
That's really amazing. Okay, so being, yeah. Any other question so far?
So far, okay, I can understand. But teacher Rahat, now there is no more recorded video in our own live stream. But
In
maybe we
mobile,
can.
there isn't. You have to watch from a laptop or web. They took it from
Oh,
mobile, but it is still visible through web. I can
I
send you the
see.
link, yeah, later in the subscriber chat. Have a look. You can still go from your mobile to the web. You know that. That is a way to go there, but you can watch it from there.
Okay.
And also because I've got now Hello Plus, so whenever I make public live stream from my mobile, it is saved. But whenever
Oh.
I make public live stream from my laptop, it is not saved anymore. And one for your information, this is a subscriber lesson. It should be recorded in my account as well. And I've got a platform through which I share through my Facebook live as well as through my YouTube channel. I think I
Yes.
shared you this information earlier. So many of my you know, our learners go and watch from there, and they ask me questions later. Then I understand, oh, they have watched my this video. That's why they're asking this question.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the amazing part of saving video. Okay, so being clear so far. But if you have got any confusions, let me know. We can discuss here.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much, teacher Rahat.
No problem. And when we're learning grammar, the most confusing part is that sometimes present tense and sometimes like past perfect. And very often, many of our learners are confused about the present perfect with the past simple. Like you said, remember, it is not only you, most of our learners are confused. You have to just remember one thing: when we use present tense, it should be always at the time, present time. It should be related to the present time, any incident. Like, I have taken my breakfast, and I took my breakfast. Let me write two sentences so that now you will be explaining to me what you understand. So, like, I have taken my breakfast, okay, or I took breakfast. Okay, or you can say had as well. Had is modern word. Instead of take, you can use had as well. Now, what does this two sentence mean? One.
Mm, it looks quite similar to me, but I still remember that you explained that if we use in a present perfect, mean it is just has happened.
Exactly. Present tense. I've taken my breakfast. Like, I've attended your class. That means I've just attended now. But if I say I attended your class, that means it is something that happened in the past. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And also there are another two confusing words. I'm going to write it. Very often people confuse. Like, I have seen him this morning. Okay. I saw him this morning. So this is another confusing sentence. Very often I see people use it. If you understand the sense of time, it will be easier for you. I've seen him this morning. I saw him this morning.
Mm, yes. But
What?
can we answer like this, Teacher Rahat? For example, people met with me and he asked me, "Hey, have you seen James?" And can I say an answer with, "Yes, I saw him this morning." Can I say like that?
Yes. If
Or
somebody asked you, have you seen James? That means that somebody's inquiring if you have seen James in the last few minutes or not. Then you can say, I saw him this morning. That's fine. Because you're saying a past simple simply. But he has used present perfect to ask you. Or
okay,
simply can say, I haven't seen him. Okay.
right.
But
Okay.
here, if you're answering, I didn't see him, would be wrong. You have to say, I haven't seen him. Remember that when somebody asks you a question, there is also always a question pattern, and you need to follow the question pattern to answer it.
Mm,
And similar tense would be the most appropriate way to respond. Like, have you seen James? Like, when I'm asking you, like, have you seen your child in the last 5 minutes?
I haven't seen them.
You see, you have answered it correctly. I haven't seen them in the last 5 minutes because I'm in the class now.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the way to respond whenever you listen to any question. Always be a good listener. Like, that's the word now. Be a good listener. That's a suggestion or advice, because listening is very important for any language learning, not only English. How? Let me give you a very good examples. Look, when we are a little child, yeah, or little children, when we are children, we started crawling. We started listening to our parents' conversation. Okay, and we started to listening to TV or radio at the home. We picked the word. Then we started talking baba dada, the child in all the children's language. Then one day we said baba, ma, oh, in your own mother tongue.
Correct.
Okay, so And if you don't listen carefully, then there is very much unlikely that you're going to answer it correctly. So I always suggest everyone to be a good listener. If you want to be a good speaker, listen first, carefully. And if you don't understand, you know that. Always ask it politely. Sorry, could you please repeat? Or I didn't quite get you. Or I didn't quite catch you. Or we use very often a very standard word in Britain. We use rephrase or paraphrase. These two words we also use paraphrase. So in IELTS, in a writing and speaking part, these two words are also used because these are academic words.
Mm.
Rephrase means, I remember that. Let me give you a very good example. It's me. When I came to this country, I started working in a hospital, and there is a Scottish nurse. Scottish English is the most hardest, and she was saying pure Scottish accent. I didn't get her. I had to say to her, sorry, I'm new in this country and English is not my first language. Could you please rephrase? I knew this word. Then she spoke slowly and she used different words so that I could understand.
Mm.
Rephrase means when you say someone else, can you please rephrase, means that you didn't understand the words the person have used. Okay, and now we have to, the person has to explain in a different way.
Okay, got it. Reconstruct sentence.
Reconstruct, but in an easier word so
Yes,
that you can understand.
yes, yes.
And paraphrase is almost same. Paraphrase means when you something in written form, you have to write it in your own word.
Okay.
So these two words are very important when you're having conversation with anyone. You can always use it if you want to. Okay, we have got 3 minutes 30 seconds. Any other questions? One.
So far, no. I think that's all.
Okay.
I think I also need to prepare an essay maybe so that when I prepare an essay, I can see where is my
Yes,
mistakes, where I
do it, please.
mistake.
I was going to ask you, write an essay or a description, one. Then just we can discuss, or we can send it to my subscriber chat. That will be better.
Mm,
Okay, that will be your homework. Write at least 2 essays, please, not one. Yeah, because that is next Saturday, so take time,
okay.
3 days. Write at least 10 completed sentence. Remember, 10 completed sentence, not lines. Eh? One sentence, maybe 2-3 lines. If you are writing compound and complex sentences, it may have 2 to 3 lines. And please try to use compound and complex sentences if possible. Do you remember compound sentences? One
No.
compound sentence is those when there are in one sentence 2 parts. It may be related, it may not be related to each other. Like, I wanted to go London, but it was raining. Look at this. I wanted to go to London, but it was raining. You can see we have joined this word with but with a comma. I wanted to go to London is a complete sentence, right? It was raining is another complete sentence. It was raining. So this is called compound sentence. In compound sentence, there would be 2 different parts of the sentence. We call it clause sometimes. These are called clause, okay? Where it is independent. That means both of them has. Oh, Prodigy, thank you very much. Once again, he donated again. Independent clause, CLESC, which means that each of the sentence is correct in its own meaning. If you say, I wanted to go to London, is this correct or not? Complete or not? One,
No.
it is complete. I wanted to go to
Complete.
London. It is complete. So it is independent. That means it is it's fully meaningful and complete sentence. Then if you say it was raining, that is also another complete sentence. But they have connected with this, coordinating, we call it conjunction. But oh, we've got 1 minute. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll suggest you read a little bit about compound sentence and write at least 2 paragraphs so that I can check you later, or we can discuss it if you want to publicly.
Okay, or maybe can I find a topic, for example, from Google whatsoever, then I write an
Yeah,
essay from there.
you can choose easy topic if you want to, like my family, my country, air
Okay,
pollution, environmental pollution, traffic jam, unemployment, etc. Common use, and write common topics. Okay.
okay, all right.
And
1
remember
moment.
that by writing more will help you develop your writing skill. And also, when you write something, read it loudly. It will help you your fluency as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much
Thank you so
for.
much, dear.
Thank you everyone for watching silently. I'll see you later.